Hello, fellow actors. Today I want to talk a little bit about something that many actors dread, and that is the cold read audition. Believe it or not, I happen to love cold read auditions. If I know one's coming up, I really look forward to it. That sounds a little strange, doesn't it? It sounds like I'm a bit of a masochist, but let me continue and explain why. First of all, let me say one thing. What I am about to tell you is my opinion based on my experience. When I tell you how to do a cold read audition, I'm telling you how I do a cold read audition. You may find a different way of doing it, but I can tell you how I do it. Now, if I find I'm going to a cold read audition, now by the way, some people think that a cold read audition means that you might get the sides the day before. If you get the sides the day before, I'm sorry, but I don't consider that a cold read audition. That's something that you should be off book on. No, I'm talking about you get to the casting place, wherever they're doing the casting, and the person hands you the sides, and you have maybe 20 minutes to look at the part, 15, 20 minutes, something like that. This is how I do it. First of all, I make sure that I'm on time. If I have, let's say, a long distance to go, I live in the Tampa Bay area in Florida, so if I have a audition in Orlando, which is over 100 miles away, then I leave early enough to where I can plan to get there sometimes an hour to an hour and a half ahead of my time. And I'll go find a Starbucks or something like that just to sit around and wait. I don't like to cut it close. I don't like to cut it close. So I get there and I go into the casting office. Let's say I don't want to be too early. There's one thing you don't want to do is show up really early. Maybe about 20 minutes ahead of time. If you show up on time, you're late. So I'll show up maybe 20 minutes ahead of the time, and somebody normally will give me the sides and they say, okay, this is what you're reading. So the first thing I do, I get mine. I forgot to show. I get my yellow marker and I mark my lines, but then I read the whole thing from top to bottom because I want to get an idea of who this character is, what the character wants, what is standing in the way of the character, and how he's going to get what he wants. And then I look at it, and then I make a choice. I make a choice on how to portray this character. Many people are very nervous about this because with maybe just 1 or 2 pages of sides, that may not give them enough information to adequately portray this character the way he's supposed to be portrayed. So what? That's fine. Take a risk. Take a risk. And figure out this character just what you think he might be. The reason I say that is because if you just read it blandly, you're not going to get it. So just make a choice. You get in there, and the casting director hears how you're acting this. What he may do is say, okay, this character is this way. So I want you to tweak it and act in this particular way. Okay, rather than this character being humorous, he's being sarcastic. So rather than portray him as being humorous, portray him as being sarcastic. Like for instance, the line says, well, I'm having a wonderful day. That's humorous. The director says, let's make that sarcastic. Yeah, well, I'm having a wonderful day. What this does, it gives you a chance to show off your acting chops and how you can take direction. This is what I like about it. This is what I like about it, because if I get it wrong, and I've had it happen to me, I've had it happen where they say, okay, this guy really is more of a grump than he is happy, so then it gives me a chance to show the director how I'm able to change. I'm able to follow direction. Another thing I do, which I showed you, is that I yellow, which I did at the beginning, I yellow all the lines. Now, you don't have time to memorize the whole thing. Don't even try to memorize the sides, because you're going to be way too concerned about your next line, and you're going to not really be into the scene itself. Do memorize the first and the last line. That's very important, because you need to keep eye contact with the reader. That is something that I can't stress that enough. That's very important. So when you're doing this, okay, so let's say it says, oh, I'm having an absolutely wonderful day. I'm not reading, I'm just kind of making this up. But you put your thumb on your second line. You've memorized your first line, put your thumb on the second line. The reason you want to do this is because you've given your line and you want to be with that reader. You want to be with the other character. You want to be able to react to the other character. If you're going to be like this all the time, trust me, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it at all. You might want to just, you go down and you look and you see your line and you give your line and you move down to the next one and you continue on doing the same thing. Then you memorize the last line, because that is your last contact with the reader. That's the last contact with the casting director. And this does make a difference. So cold reads are not scary. This, matter of fact, they give, like I said, I love them because it gives me a chance to show what I can do. It gives me a chance to show how I can react to the other person. It gives me a chance to show how I can change direction. It shows me how I'm able to follow the director's directions. That's simple. So that's all I have on cold reading, folks. Talk to you later.